I got somebody I've been using for the last 8 years. I'm good. Go. Come on.
That's that objective.
No. What are you going to say though? Like you just say, oh, I'm out. Hey, listen, my name is Michael. I know we haven't met yet, but what I've learned and research shows that a lot of these service truck companies, that is big service truck companies that does your stuff, do they have a lot of accounts?
Yes.
Yeah. What I've learned is as they become bigger accounts, they forget about their customers. Okay? My name's Michael. I'm only looking to take on about 10 or 15 fleet accounts. That's it. You know why? Because service of my customers at the highest level is extremely important to me. Look, I'm going to ask you a question. You sound really loyal to the company you're currently with. I'm wondering if that loyalty is coming back to you as loyal as you are to them. Can I ask you a question? Have you noticed any discounts come across your table in the last year where they've allowed you to save money by being a loyal customer? Probably not. You know what I've learned by buying insurance? My insurance company, I had the same insurance company for 10 years. You know who they were giving the best deals to? New customers. And I overpaid as a loyal customer. This is what we commonly see, which is why I never want to be one of the big guys. What I want to do is that I want to find 10, 15 clients that I can give everything to, and that I want to be loyal to. And I want to make sure that when you spend your money, the job gets done right, but also you save as much as you can, because I understand this is a nonprofit. Would you agree?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? Would you mind if you showed me what you currently are doing now with what you have? And if I could offer something better with even more loyalty, would you allow me to at least give you a 5-minute proposal? Could I show it to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Here's my point. What did I do? I say, have you noticed a lot of these guys get really big and you're really loyal to them? But the question is, how loyal are they to you? See, I promise you, there is a way to frame every conversation to get people to turn around their decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, I'm just going to say something, right? You seem a little bit scared. And I know you're starting a new business, but I need you to understand something. You're going to have to not be afraid of nothing. You're going to have to walk in like that's your freaking fleet. Can I explain this to everybody? If I want to take an account down, I'm going to walk in like that's my place. If you're a salesman and you work in a company and you don't walk in like that's your company, you're going to get your ass kicked. Those are my cars, that's my lot, that's my finance department, that's my dealership, this is my business. I'm not an employee, this is my business. My business, so I take care of my shit. I walk over, my office is always clean, because that's my business. I need you to understand something. When you walk in, you need to walk in like you own it. Walk in like that's your fleet company, right? Don't walk in like you're trying to crowd please. Walk in like you own it. And then you walk out like you sold it. Like Bradley always says, you walk out like you sold it. Like I just sold that shit. That's done. That's easy. You walk in like you own it though. People can see in your eyes when you're scared. People can see in your eyes that you're praying, don't hit me with something. Okay, or I'm hoping. Don't hope people are going to do that. See this? See this mind? I want to give you an example. Okay, do you want people to have the courage to give you an option to see a proposal? Yes or no? Do you want people to do something they've never done? An exception, just one time, to do something different with you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going to have to let them borrow that courage. Okay, when I'm sitting at a kitchen table with a family, or I'm sitting down in a dealership with a client, they can get the courage from me to pass go and move forward. I'm going to give them the courage. Who else are they going to get it from? They going to call a buddy? People are scared all the time. Who do they need? They need somebody to give it to them. Who are they going to get it from? From you. It comes from you, man. I'm going to say this one last time. Security. Where does it belong? Inside of you. Most people in this world, they find security in jobs, in money, in cars, in houses. That's the reason why they're overliving. All their shit is deaded out. Once they have to downgrade, it kills them. I'll explain something to you. When I sit at the kitchen table with my family, my 3 kids, and my wife, which needs to be what you do, your family needs to look into your eyes and say, we're good. My husband, he's good. We can lose it all today and we'll fucking have it tomorrow. Come on, I see it. That's the man I have sitting in the kitchen table with me and that's what I want to see with. When I'm sitting with the client and they look across, who else they gonna buy from? Come on, man. Who else you gonna do business with? Come on, who is going to give them that belief? You are. People need something to believe in a world where nobody believes in shit anymore. That's you. Somebody needs to freaking have the confidence. Guys, I promise, and by the way, listen, people won't get it. They don't have to. Because you're going to dust them. If any of you can find it inside of you to recreate, like really, like recreate and change. Like you're sitting here, see, because he ain't going to make it. I'm not being negative. Now the new him is going to make it, but this guy's fucked. I'm not being negative, dude, because dude, I'm a business owner. You know what that means? I ain't trying to be a business owner. I'm a business owner. And if I got a bunch of fleets out here, bro, you ain't gonna roll up in here kind of scared a little bit, talking to me about what you might think you're gonna do. I'm out. I'm gonna blow you out of here. You won't even make it to me. If you do make it to me, I'm gonna dust you quick. Say, hey man, I love you, appreciate it. Hey, we'll call you, okay? We're good, thank you, man. We're gonna call you. Everybody says they're gonna call you, am I right? Nobody's calling. You know why? They're pushing him off politely. He needs to walk in like he owns it. He needs to walk in like he's got some information they don't know about. Look, if you knew what I knew, okay, we'd become best friends. That's for sure. If you got 18 of these out here, you got 18, 25, 30, 60, well, number one, after you do business with me, the money you're going to be saving, you'll have 400 of them outside. Okay? So my deal is that when you meet me, the only regret you're going to have is that we didn't start doing business 2 years ago. You hear me? Okay? Now, do you want to know? Can I get 5 minutes? Once I share this stuff with you, I'm going to blow your mind. You want to know? Like, that's it. Get in. No, get in. You guys feel me? We can smell the weakness across the room, the misbelief, the insecurity. We can smell that you haven't trained. Dude, I see it when you come up and talk to someone, man. I mean, dude, half the people out here are saying hello to somebody and they don't even know how to have a hello conversation. Hey, what's going on? Where are you from? I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, how did everybody get so soft? Like, where, guys, by the way, listen, use your heart. Does that make sense? Like, can we get a little fucking passion in the world? Right, Bill? Can we get some passion? Okay, because I see nobody with passion anymore. It's very rare to see anyone with passion anymore. Passion, belief. People, they tell me, say, hey, Brett, this guy's, he's too wild. I'm not hype. I'm excited I'm alive. Swear on my life, some of you guys need to know this. There was a time where I was dead. I made money. I need you to know this. I made money, but I was dead. My wife had learned to live without me. I was home on the weekends, and I really wasn't even with my kids because I needed to be back on work on Monday. Dude, my life was a mess. You know what my wife said? She said, you forgot about training. You've lost your edge. And your secret that once made you great, you forgot it. And you know what else, man? If you're a manager or a leader and you're in this room, dude, listen to me. Your family's learned to live without you too. Your financial numbers are going down. And even if you get them up just a little bit, you know how you could have really blown it up and just taken the world by storm? Train your people. But we don't do that. We sit around and talk about shit we should do all day long, but we don't do none of it. I'm sick of begging people to care. Okay? If you're in a company and you find yourself constantly begging people to care, okay, you need to get some new people. Or you need to change so fast. It neck jerks everybody, and they're like, oh my God, what the hell happened, dude? Like, they see you switch so fast that they will change because you inspired them. So I'm just trying to tell you guys that, look, dude, something's got to shift in your life. Whoever I'm talking to, I mean, some of you have more money than you know what to do with in here, and it's not about money anymore. Okay? It's about, like, dude, who are you leading? Okay? Do your people have their dream lives? I tell people all the time, hey, I want a Lamborghini. I want my team to have Lamborghinis. Okay? I mean, like, I want my team to be taken care of. Like, dude, there has to, if you're a leader, there's a time and a point in which it comes when you really know you made it. And you know what it is? Who's got children? Raise your hand. Okay, you guys give anything for your kids, am I right? I love my team so much they're like my kids. Like they're like my kids. Yeah, but they're like my kids. And you know what that means? You know what a parent wants for their kids? The very best. And you know what? When I see my team not make it, it's like I see my team not make it. It's like I see my kids not making it. It breaks my heart. What would a parent not do for their child? They do anything for them. So my point is, when you have somebody underneath you that's your responsibility, if there is one person that isn't making it, do me a favor. Don't be that negative asshole manager that goes, hey Bob, man, dude, hey, I'm gonna fire that guy on Tuesday, dude. I see him in his office playing on his iPhone. No, you know what I want you to do? I want you to walk out there and say, hey man, let's put the phone down. I've been there, man. We're gonna quit watching other people live, and I'm gonna help you live. And I'm gonna help you become great. You know what I realize? I realize that you're here at work because you want to show up and you want to win. If I can, and by the way, I'm sorry I haven't given you more. Why don't you own your shit as leader? I'll apologize. I'm sorry I haven't given you more. Dude, I know so much. I do know a lot. I ain't taught it to you. There's a reason why your numbers aren't where they are. It's my fault because I ain't taught you enough. Now I'm going to ask you a question. If I commit, okay, would you commit? And we'll do this together. You'll watch a person turn around, put their phone down, and change that fast. That's it, man. Leaders don't do this no more. You know what we do? We talk shit on the people not performing. You think they find out? Yeah, that's why they hate you. That's why they hate you. Guys, the biggest fear of all the people in this room, I know what it is. It's betrayal. All of our greatest fear is betrayal. We're afraid to give too much to people because we've been betrayed so many times. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Why don't you give your people what you know they're afraid of? Honesty, trust, loyalty, don't lie to them. And guess what, dude? These people will give you their life. And by the way, they're going to give it to something. You think they would want to give it to a good leader that's going to show them how to live? Yeah. Hey, dude, and by the way, listen, your wife, you got a girlfriend? Okay, what's her name?
Angie.
Okay. I need to know that his girlfriend's name's Angie. Have I met Angie? Okay, watch. I'm going to say, hey, man, listen, do me a favor. What's your girlfriend's name? Angie, can you bring her by after work? I want to meet her, man. I want to see who's at home supporting you. Is that cool? I want her to be close to us, too. You know what we learned in business? We're like, let's keep the spouses out. Let's keep the girlfriends out. You know what you need to know? When they go home at the end of the day, who do you think is going to give them energy and support to come back again to you tomorrow? Dumbass. And you're not freaking being good to Angie? Right? Isn't this retarded?
Angie's so nice. Yeah. She's such a nice girl.
Yeah. And you know what? Does he got kids? When's their birthday? I know. To the losers in the room that honestly just want to make money, your team keeps getting recruited out, or your people don't give you even 20% of what they could give you because they don't feel that way about you. I want you to understand, when you know you've made it is when your team literally can't believe they even get to work here. Like they walk into work and they're like, I can't believe I get this job. I can't believe that I get a chance to work here. Like, this doesn't exist anymore. It does exist because I haven't. But you know how I built it? Watch. Some of you have never had a great leader. Some of you in this room have never had a great leader. Why don't you be the leader you never had? You don't need to have it to know how to create it. Does that make sense? Like, you guys need to understand, what is it that we need to do? Who do you need to become? Like, dude, entrepreneurship is to create. Create the best husband. Create the best wife. Create the best closer. If I didn't have the best closer, dude, you got to alter your identity. This dude, he's got to believe he's someone else. So to me, if I was in charge, if he paid me $100,000 and goes, dude, I'm going to give you $100,000, change my life, I want to make $1 million a year. First thing I would do is put him straight into fitness immediately. You know why? Because when he looked in the mirror, I need him to see someone else right now. I need him to feel a different way. I need him to understand that dude, when you hit the gym, the next 12 hours, you're in a better state. You're in a better mood. You want to go do shit that you once didn't feel like doing, but you want to do it now because you got the hard shit out of the way. Like, dude, that's what I would do. And in that hour in the morning, I would take his phone away from him. I'd say, put it down, dude. Go work on yourself for an hour. Okay? Like, dude, you got to believe in you. Anybody that don't go to the gym and they don't focus on themselves, they don't believe in themselves. Dude, like you have to alter who you think you are. Dude, if you don't see someone different in you today when you leave, understand, nothing's going to change. Like you guys need to be so sold on you that if I walked up and goes, dude, you're an idiot, it doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't bother you anymore. Because you know you're doing everything you can do, and eventually in due time this is going to pay off. Dude, I promise you, man, everybody's lost out there, which is why I said my goal is to create all of you to be leaders. When you guys get out of here, every one of you could at least affect a minimum of 25 people's life. Every one of you. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's by you changing. It doesn't even matter how much money you make, but when you change, the money comes, and it starts raining money. Okay? But when you change, you're going to change a lot of other people, and guess what, dude? By the way, some of you work for a company that's like a big company. Okay? You think big companies are looking for big needle movers that are going to step up and do big shit?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I promise you, if I could just like grab him, because I've been talking to him, I bet he has meetings that are like, man, we got to find this guy to really take over this project. Why ain't they saying your name? Because your name ain't in their mouth. You know why? Because you're not changing. Dude, if you want to get the attention of the world, you have to demand it. You know what that means? You change. You change faster than anybody else. You're the fastest changer. You're the quickest to adapt. You take an idea from here to taking action that quick. That's what you got to do. And dude, I promise you when I say this, man, some of you, you're tired, you're slow. Dude, you guys got to act fast. Okay? If I was sitting here, I'd already have 30,000 notes. I'd be writing shit down left and right. I couldn't even think. I want to run out of this room and just do it now. Okay? You guys got to audit your life. Audit everyone in your life. You decide who you want to be in this room. And by the way, when you leave here with the businessman mentality. Don't leave here with an employee mentality. Employees say, it's not my company. Okay? Oh, hey, I want a new desk. Well, put in a check request and see if they'll get us one. No, I'm going to go buy my own desk. I'm going to go buy my own desk. Most people, dude, it's like they want handouts. No. If you're an employee and you want to operate, make big money, you start treating yourself like a business. I hear people, they say, well, I want to come down to an event, but my boss won't pay for my training. Say, what? Dude, you're asking someone else to pay for you to make more money. You don't even get it, dude. You've got it. What's it going to cost? More than you want to pay every freaking time. Now listen, here's my deal. I'm not a normal sales trainer. I'm a life coach, really, is what I am. But I can close anybody. And if I can't close it, I'm going to roll out. I'm going to go close the next cat. Okay? But I'm going to treat everybody really good. I'm going to bring lots of love. I'm going to train my team. Dude, I wanted to talk about social media for a minute, but I don't know if you guys want to talk about that. And I know that closing is important to me, but I want to explain something to you. All the people that you're looking for to feed your business, to grow and go to the next level, you know where they are? They're right here. They're right here, okay? Listen to me. Everybody's driving down the road. What do they have in their hand? Yeah, they ain't even looking at the road. I mean, for real, when you drive down the road, what are people doing? It's like, dude, I can't believe people ain't just, everybody's dead. Because, dude, but hey, you want to learn a motor skill? You should be so good at sales, so good at closing, no matter what somebody says. You do it like driving a car. And some of you, it's like you have to think every time somebody says something and you get stuck. Dude, people drive their cars in text message because they're so good at driving cars. That's how good you need to be at selling and closing and communicating. That's how good you need to be. Now listen, here's what I'm gonna tell you. This thing right here, I'm gonna say there's three things. There's sales, there's leadership, and then there's increasing your lead flow. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something. That there's a secret way that you can run this, that you can have more leads than you know what to do with. This, every family that's sitting out at dinner, what are they doing? They ain't even talking to each other. They're doing this. Every family. You feel me? Every family's doing this. Every kid, what are they doing? Doing this. What are your customers doing? Doing this. What's everybody doing? Doing this. People can't even, they're like this. And they'll do this. Like I thought I saw something. I saw a flash. Okay. Thought it vibrated. It's like, no, but am I playing?
No, not at all.
You want your people's attention? Well, number one, this is what you're competing with. But you'll never beat it unless you're the greatest leader of all time. So you're going to have to get really good. But secondly, you want to know how to build this? You guys want to know? Yes. Okay, let me tell you guys for a minute. Hey, good job, buddy. Listen, hey, give it up for him.